Hey guys, welcome back to another match. Today's topic is the Justice League from DCAU versus Vegeta and Nappa from the Saiyan saga. We will start off with the Justice League. Now there are a lot of leaguers, so I will only be using the main ones, which include Green Lantern, Hawkgirl, Martian Manhunter, Wonder Woman, The Flash, and lastly Superman. As for Batman, I don't think I need to explain why he's irrelevant here. Anyhow, first up from the Justice League we have the Green Lantern John Stewart, who stated that the combined power of the remaining Green Lanterns can destroy half of the Earth.
What's the plan?
We're gonna use every bit of power we have left in our rings. Take one last shot at the android.
A blast like that could destroy half the planet.
Half a planet's better than none.
Now there are two ways to look at this. One, he means literally half of the entire planet. Two, he means just half of the Earth's surface. And I'm leaning towards the surface interpretation because for one, HAL later states that it's better to have half of the planet than nothing. Which makes sense since if half of the planet's surface is destroyed, the other half can still support life and civilization. Now the second, if we take half of the planet in general, you will basically destroy the planet entirely. Gravity will go absolutely crazy, the remaining mass wouldn't hold together properly, and the core will destabilize. Basically, everything falls apart, which wouldn't make sense to what HAL says. So yeah, I'ma go with the surface interpretation, which makes each Green Lantern multi-continental. Please note that this is average Green Lanterns. Heavy tanks like HAL, John, and others will be much stronger considering Sinestro is stated to be actually a planet buster. And John has gone toe-to-toe against him. This will make John Stewart baseline planetary. Moving on to Hawkgirl, who can fight 3 Green Lanterns who again are multi-continental on their own. And she herself should scale to John, which would be consistent considering she redirected a beam that can destroy a planet.
Its power can decimate a planet. And that's exactly what I would have done to Dragas if he hadn't cooperated.
This same planetary Hawkgirl thinks that they can only hope to survive against Wonder Woman. She later says it again that they are being creamed, which basically means being tossed around like children.
Anybody got a plan?
Yeah, try to stay alive. We're getting creamed here.
And this is consistent because the mace of Hawkgirl that can redirect a planetary attack was not able to do anything against Ultraman. Yet Wonder Woman was going toe-to-toe against him. This unironically will put Wonder Woman over like 10 times above Hawkgirl and will be a casual planet buster. Now Martian Manhunter on his own, he doesn't have anything good going on for him, but he does as good as Wonder Woman when it comes to feats, which will make him relative to her, in other words another planet buster. Now the Flash is also a little difficult to scale, but he did defeat Brainiac infused Lex when he was overcharged. The same Brainiac who was giving the Justice League a run for their money, and if anything will make Flash realistically the second strongest leaguer. But Wonder Woman has that spot for now. But going back to Wonder Woman, she was defeated by Mongol who got manhandled by a casual Superman. Meaning a casual Superman will be twice as strong as Wonder Woman. And this same Superman trashed base Darkseid, who then gets stronger and still gets beaten up by a full power Superman. But we can go even further as Darkseid used the Agni Matrix, which amplifies one's worst pain imaginable by 1,000 times. This will upskill Superman's endurance and the capability of his durability to some extent, which making him large planetary. And if you don't know what the Agni Matrix is, basically it targets every pain receptor in a person's body and increases the sensation by 1,000 times. Now pain isn't the same thing as raw energy, but the pain is still a response to damage. Superman remaining functional under this effect means his body is enduring the stress that produces that pain. But before we move on to speed, I want to clear up some misconceptions that people often take out of context or at face value. Misconception number 1, 1,000 Green Lanterns can hold the exploding sun. There is this statement where Limelight wants to make a construct around the sun that will explode, to which Starboy responds by telling her that it will take 1,000 Green Lanterns to do that.
A construct. Something to hold it together.
It'd take 1,000 lanterns, and it can't be pushed back together. It has to be pulled, held together.
What are you saying?
Goodbye.
People take this at face value and think that 1,000 Green Lanterns can actually hold the sun's explosion. However, this is a misunderstanding, because Starboy was only referring to the effort needed to create the construct around the sun, not to stop the explosion itself. He later clarifies that the sun also needs to be held and pulled, making it clear that even 1,000 lanterns wouldn't be able to stop the sun from exploding. Misconception number 2. Darkseid one-shotted Superman, which is a huge no because Darkseid hit him with the Agni Matrix, which I already explained what it does. If anything, this kinda upscaled Superman instead. Misconception number 3. Darkseid scales above everything in the universe because Metron says so.
You'd be surprised what I can comprehend. For instance, if you know so much about Darkseid, I'll wager you know how to beat him.
There is one possibility. One thing in all the universe that might, but no.
This is more of an assumption than a fact, because Metron's statement has no additional supporting evidence. He never specifies that anything can actually kill or defeat Darkseid. On top of that, it's clear that this version of Darkseid is only slightly stronger than his base form, who still got beaten up by Superman. And before anyone mentions that Lex specifically asked about beating Darkseid, then know that the possibility Metron mentions refers to giving him the anti-life equation, which is in no way implies he's talking about beating him, but rather he's pointing out a very specific scenario where he might be stopped. But if we take this statement at face value, this would upscale Darkseid above the missiles that can destroy the entire solar system, which will also upscale Superman to solar system as well. So for this video, this statement can be taken as a highball meta for Superman. As for speed, the Justice League scales to Wonder Woman, who's shown reacting to light speed attacks, which puts her speed at faster than light and by extension the rest of the league. Now, there is a scene where Batman is able to dodge Darkseid's Omega Beam, making him faster than light, but the issue is Darkseid's Omega Beams are very inconsistent and will be sometimes slower than even lightning. However, for this video we will treat them as light speed, and this will upscale everyone since outside of their combat, their reaction speed is even higher than Batman's. This will push everyone into faster than light plus, and only Flash being the fastest one of them all. In conclusion, the Justice League are baseline planetary and Superman being large planetary and with the highball meta reaching solar system level with faster than light plus speeds. With the Justice League scaling firmly laid out, we can now move on to the Saiyans. To understand how strong Vegeta and Nappa are, we need to go back to the original Dragon Ball, where we start off with Master Roshi, who with a power level of below 200 can destroy the moon, which is calculated to large planet level due to how violently it was destroyed. Piccolo later on performs the same feat on a much higher scale with a power level of 400, yet he doesn't even face Raditz, who Goku and Piccolo needed to work together just to stand up to him. Raditz himself has a power level of 1200. Now, I do want to point out that even though Raditz seems to be only 6 times stronger than Master Roshi's moon-busting feat, it's not actually the case, as power level within Dragon Ball are not linear. If you don't understand what I mean, allow me to give you an example. Take Kid Goku and the farmer. Considering farmers usually are stronger than an average person, who we will treat as the peak of average humans. He has a power level of 5. Compare that to Kid Goku, who has a power level of 10. And this Goku is capable of bench pressing a boulder, which is a wall level feat. For context, that's 1037 times difference in power. And this is consistent, as back in the 23rd Budokai, Piccolo claimed that he's 1000 times more powerful than everyone, and Master Roshi agreed to him, meaning realistically Raditz is comfortably in the large star levels of power. Then there is Nappa, who has a power level of 4000 to even 8000, considering Goku needed to use Kaioken technique in order to catch up to him. Mind you, beforehand Nappa was being toyed around, but when he got serious, he was actually matching base Goku in strength, which would unironically make him solar system level, and this is pretty consistent as Nappa can casually take dwarf star levels of explosion at face. And that was way back when he was younger, and even by power levels he's just vastly above Raditz, who is already a large star level character as previously explained. Moving on to Vegeta, who is just vastly stronger than Nappa, and is casually solar system level since he can tank a spirit bomb, after getting heavily fatigued by fighting Goku. The Spirit Bomb is blatantly stated to be an equivalent of a small supernova, which usually produces energy equivalent to 2 septillion teratons of TNT, which puts a weakened Vegeta alone in the Soul System level. And I didn't even mention their Ozaru transformations, which increases their power by a 10 on top of their base, with Nappa reaching from 40,000 to 80,000 and Vegeta reaching 240,000. As for speed, they just upscales from Kid Goku, who can react to lasers and can outspeed solar flares, which puts him in the faster than light speed. And Saiyans just massively upscale from that thousands of times over, landing them in the massively faster than light speed. In conclusion, the Saiyans are large star level to soul system level with massively faster than light speed. So who wins? Yeah, I don't need to state the obvious here, that Justice League unironically will lose to Raditz. And using the highball meta, that will only make Superman solar system level, which Vegeta and Nappa individually alone are, and in terms of speed they will just blitz them. The fight is completely one-sided, the Saiyans dominate and it's not even close. And yes, if anyone thinks I just stacked calculation, do note I also did the same for the Justice League as well, and was being very generous to them. If we take both sides scaling by feats, the Justice League caps at planetary to large planetary, while Nappa and Vegeta are dwarf star levels casually, and Vegeta straight up tanked a Spirit Bomb that's equivalent to a small supernova, which is still large star to solar system level. Thanks for watching the video guys, I hope you all liked it. For more matchup like these, like and subscribe.